The Saints have made a splash before kickoff against the Titans, signing Cesar Ruiz to a 4-year contract extension. Let's talk about it right here on the Straight Up Saints podcast.
You're listening to the Straight Up Saints podcast.
What is up, Who Dat Nation? It's your host, Chris Vogel of the Straight Up Saints podcast. As always, we're brought to you by Scott McNair Injury Lawyers, and we have a pretty quick update on this Saturday morning. It was reported by NFL Network's Ian Rappaport that the Saints have signed Cesar Ruiz to a 4-year, $44 million contract extension that has a max value of $46 million and includes $30 million of that 44 fully guaranteed. So a pretty good deal for Cesar Ruiz. He'll be in New Orleans through many, many seasons. I believe this will take him through, 2027 at this rate, if my math serves me correctly. And I know some people might be confused about this deal and whether or not the Saints had to make it. And I actually think it makes a ton of sense, and I'll explain why. Cesar Ruiz is a player who, yes, the first 2 seasons of his NFL career were not ideal, but last year we saw significant strides, and the only downside was that he ended the year with an injury. Because in the 14 games he played, you can make an argument that he was one of the Saints' most, if not the most reliable guy they had on the line, opposite of Eric McCoy. Obviously, what he did was great at center. So I think for New Orleans, you find that difficult balance of, if we don't pay him now, he hits free agency, he might cost a whole lot more. There might be a bidding war that we can't afford there. So if you pay him now, yes, there might be some people saying it's too early, they're overpaying. But the benefit of doing something like this is, A, you don't have to worry about him leaving in free agency, but B, this contract could end up looking really good if Cesar Ruiz has another year like he did last year. For example, a lot of us Saints fans believe Juwan Johnson took a really big leap last year, and he could take another one this year. Well, I thought Cesar Ruiz took a big leap last year, and what if he takes another leap this season and solidifies himself as one of the best guards in the National Football League? Then a 4-year, $44 million deal seems like a steal. But regardless, and this is why I'm not concerned or worried about this deal, and I actually like that New Orleans got it done. If you look around the NFL, offensive line play has not been great in this league anymore. I think it's kind of, I don't want to say it's a lost art, but these defensive linemen are getting so good, so explosive, whether it's from the interior or the outside, doesn't matter. And they're causing fits for offensive linemen. It's hard to find quality guards in the NFL. If the Saints feel like they have one, and I believe they do in Cesar Ruiz, I think he's at the very least a quality guard, and he could get better because remember, he is younger. He's got a nice support system around him in New Orleans. This could end up being a heck of a deal. But right now, 4-year, $44 million for Ruiz. I like it. I would love to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comment section below, and we'll see what happens. But for right now, vibes are feeling pretty good, and it's worth noting this is the second year in a row the Saints paid a lineman before week 1. Last year, paid Eric McCoy before the season opener against the Falcons. This year, paying Cesar Ruiz before the season opener against the Titans. Last year, the Saints beat the Falcons. Hopefully, the Saints beat the Titans, and they kind of have a similar situation going there. But that's going to wrap it up for this quick update. Let me know what you guys think about Cesar Ruiz's deal in the comment section below. And as always, make sure you subscribe to Boot Crew Media's YouTube page for more content like this, more coverage on the Saints after their Week 1 season game against the Titans.